Okay, so right now we are recording is a CSCI 352, digital forensics. Okay, so for today's class will be about another OS. So in the previous, so we did cover about the Windows system, and then we talk about the Linux system, and then and for the one is pretty common. So it's the Macintosh, that means the Mac OS. Okay. And about the OS, we will also look at so different types of possible digital influences on the Mac OS system. In the beginning, we will go through some background for the Macintosh, the Mac OS, and then where can we find the logs file, and also some possible interesting Mac directories, and also the techniques um, te techniques we can use. Okay, and use on the Mac, and also how can we undelete the file if you remember, which are how can we recover the files from Windows or from Linux, and then how can we recover it from the Mac. Okay, and just a really quick history talk about the Mac. Okay, so start from 1975, we have the first Apple computer. If you look at the picture, this really old computer. Okay, really impressive. And then later the the first computer will come with the Mac OS computer. They released in 1985, and later in 1995 we have the iMac, and then 2007 is really impressive, amazing year because Steve Jobs released our Apple iPhone in 2007. So it changed the whole game of the mobile phone market. Okay, and then it comes out first the Mac OS 10. Okay, it's a huge change. So start from OS 10. So everything we call it 10. Even the series right now. Okay, and we sometimes if you Google search your content about the OS, sometimes people usually we type the OS X, right? So this one representing the 10. Okay, so we have different version 2001, 11, and then 2007. So they changing the name. So if you look at the latest one, so if right now we have the latest one, let me see, right now it's like 15.4. Okay, so you see the here's the change. Okay, also the history of the update. For this for the Mac OS desktop, it looks like in the previous. Okay, it in the market it changed a lot. Like if you know Windows XP, okay, Linux, okay, and then when they released the Mac OS, they changed the whole game. So you know the buttons, they put it on the left corner, okay, and then they have the dock. Okay, the dock like will be those slightly transparent icon. And of course, for the new one, you see if you can see my screenshot, I have my menu bar. Okay, right here, look like this. And then if I change it to the desktop or like desktop right here, I just like to put empty or the folder, like the folder like this. Okay, so it's a totally different design. Okay, and if we look at the system, the more now we move on, always like for different operating system, we care about their file system. Okay, it is most important. How can we look at some directory folders, and then where can we find those content data we would like to see. Okay, so the first one is the file system. So will be MFS. So it's the cover old technology. We are not no longer using it, but just to let you know, MFS. And then it's a hierarchical file system, HFS. This one used on the mappers. So beginning the OS 8.1, and then later they replace it by the HFS Plus. So it will be enhanced of the HFS. Okay, so this one will be like preferred on the Mac OS. And this one for the HFS Plus, it can support this one so like the generating this codes, and then have some like hard or software, hard and soft links. Okay, so they use like 32-bit for allocation ball, and then they can support like long file names, which can support like 255 characters, and then they can use like Unicode. Okay, so because luckily I can show you how it looks like. And this one is my Mac. Okay, so if I look at them, this utility, and if I need to check the partition or like create a new one, then I can show you how it looks like. So let me see. Okay, right here, so you can choose if you're able to see right here. So it's my Mac OS, and right here partition. So right now the format you it changed a little bit called APFS. Okay, and then got a new one, and they changed away. Also, we do have a called encrypted journal. It's a kind of similar idea. Okay, but that's the latest one. So you see, it's like not as the same before. So they keep changing. So all like basically because we changed like for the 62-bit, okay, everything. And also it supports the alias, and also there's some like differentiations on the prefile base. So all this will be the possible, okay, they can support. And for the supported file system, including the ISO 96660, so with extension, or like the Microsoft this operating system, MS-DOS, okay, DOS still okay. And then the new technology file system, NTFS. I remember they cannot read directly with it, but you can try to get some drive like, and then you can read it. Also, some universal disk format or the Unix file format, so UFS. So it's like it will be like possible able to adopt it, so they can support those file systems. And if you see right here on for my disk, okay, let me show you one more time. So we have different type of the partition schemes. Okay, so including the we call the group partition GUID, or Apple partition, or the master boot record MBR. Most of you probably should be like familiar to the MBR because it happens no matter on the Linux, because actually Mac also is from like Unix. Those are pretty similar, like terminal based, okay, Unix system. So that's why some of them it kind of like inherit from the Unix system. And we also have our own like Apple partitions, okay, and Mac, and also the GeoID, the group ID. So all this will be able to support it. So if I need to choose it, then of course right now I have only one, so I cannot change it. But we have this like right now you see the schema right now I'm using. Okay. So it's a one of it. So this one is like it doesn't change. And under the log, so we can see, okay, we have 3 locations. Compared to others like maybe Windows. If you look at Linux, yes, I say yes, we can have something similar. Okay, and I would like to show you one thing. So let me change the terminal. Now we'll release real logs. Okay, right here. So I'll show you directory. So in the log. So here, right here, so it's all the possible files. So you say the FSCK. So if you remember some like about related to the disk, okay, so about this some log, or right here you see some Wi-Fi log, okay, the shutdown monitor log, okay, right here. And then we can list one more, the var spool and cups. Okay, right now I don't have permission. So let's see if I can get the permission. Okay, right here, okay. And then we have let's say we have the library visit. Okay. Let me list it. Okay, where one is the DB instant memory plist. So right here, so all these like for the log, you see some all those like repository. So there will be some data on the removable media, or there's some like with the serial numbers, and we'll save in the like var log. Okay, and then the information related to like printed document, those named documents user like who printed, so it belongs to this one as full cup, okay, and then the information about the systems and software update. So will be library receipts. Okay, so will be belong these logs. Okay, but the common will maybe if we want to see if the some user like print certain documents, and we can find it. Okay, and we have more. So under the user, so depends on maybe the user. If I want to check the bash history, so you can check it if you remember the bash. Okay, will be if you bone shell again, right? So if you remember, so it's a bash history, and then var VM, and also the users. So will be that's what we sometimes care about, the users right here, users under. So of course one is Word, and then share, and then it's my folder. Okay, so under my if I change to my account, and then you will see, okay, something like bash history, or I can check the VM right here. Okay, version custom image. So right here, for the bash, you know, the image on the like bash shell activities, and then the var VM. So it contains the folder or something called my name, app profiles, or some recently opened application, or some temporary data used by the application. So will be under VM, but of course right here I don't have many because I just reboot, and sometimes I just like I kill the all the apps like for script. Okay, and but here I will show you the users, so all those like user files under it and all the preferences. Okay, so file here will be some system, and then we will look at the directories. And directories, we have number of important directories, so we have to look at, and some of them relevant to the function examination on the Mac machine, so including the volumes. So the volume will contain about the mounted devices. If you still remember, like in every OS, so we try to check like what kind of devices mounted on it, because maybe in a concept we do have a hard drive or SSD mounted, or sometimes we try to present different partition, or you have multiple SSD or a portable drive devices like this. So we check. So they are all possible: external disk, CD, something like digital video disk, virtual machine, or this. So they can be included like inside the data for this. And the directory we have, of course, the user, you will see the user, and then the accounts, all the associated files, we already installed it right here. So, and then the application folder, so it will include all the folders right here. So if you look at my application files, so it will be all the application installed. And then of course we have the network, so about the server, network library, and some network properties of the store under right here, and then the etc. So it will be the configuration files. So you will see, if you remember, on the if you are using Ubuntu, sometimes when we execute, or like in our previous lecture, we also like mentioned about etc. So they are like, because some of the we call the file directory structure is pretty similar. Okay, for the Mac. Okay, and if we want to check one thing, if I want to see, okay, so very luckily I'm using my MacBook, so I can like show you and demonstrate, okay, for some content. So if I want to switch to the library, okay, so I can switch to the library. Let me see. And then I want to go to the preferences. And then I want to go to the system configuration. Okay, and I want to list it, and maybe I want to get one thing is about the DOM. I don't have the DOM right here. It's pretty old. Okay, maybe we have COM, and then we maybe want to look at the preferences plist. So maybe we have the airport preference right here, and maybe some Wi-Fi and VMnet plist. Okay, SMB. Okay, and then also we have the boot plist. So right here, and all this will contextualize, because the structure it changed a little bit. It may not be the same. So just like knowing the some location, this location still exists under the system config, but for the network configuration data, like network card right here, you see it changed a little bit, but you still see the Wi-Fi, VMnet, okay, SMB, okay, network and boot, okay. So will be the airport, okay. So they're under. And when we move on, kind of like this part, what kind of possible like technique when we try to search? One thing is called a target this mode. Okay. Of course, I will move on more towards the target this mode, and but it related to like how can we choose the start this and then convert, save it. How can we copy a files? Okay. And the next will be how can we search the data from the virtual memory? Okay. That means the virtual memory will, when the data stored on the RAM, you know on the RAM they are very tight, okay? Then how can we save it? Or if you recall what we talked about on the window, if we have something like execute on the memory, then how can we simulate, okay? Make a copy, okay, run it on the VM, okay? So this, also we have some self shell commands using to check the information, okay? But not all of them, because like in our previous lecture talk about Linux system. So actually most of them, they can be shared. So you see like I can use list, cat, whatever. So most of them can share. And so we are not going to repeat, okay, in this part, but we just like bring out something new or the specific for Mac OS. So this one, we talk about the target disk mode. So we can create the forensic, like some copy of the disk content. We can use DD. So DD is one of way we can like, call like every bit, okay, so bit to a new disk, okay, or using a netcat, okay. So of course we can install other tools like maybe in cases or like for instance toolkit. So all this can help us to make copy, okay. And when we need to begin the target this mode, we have like details way. So when we put it, okay, so we can choose the disk, and then after we load into the system, we can choose the we can plug in. So you can use maybe nowadays we have the Thunderbolt, right? So we have Thunderbolt Type-C, so you can connect it to the external disk and then making a copy, okay. And but we have some specific features we need to pay attention. One thing is that we cannot write to disk, okay, so pay attention, we can't write to it. And then second, we have no chance to like alter the source disk, okay. So but that's good if you want to like make a copy, and especially for the evidence, okay, we try not to that is to alter the source disk. So when we try to copy, and also when we connect to the suspect computer with like the USB or the firewire, okay, or and some like image the disk. So we can do it in this way. This one pretty old UI, but it's a pretty similar. So once I connect, so you can go to your start disk. Start this right here. So I can choose like once I connect to other device, and then you can choose like do you want to restart in the target disk mode? So it's the same. Okay, so let me quickly jump over it. Why not they already hide it, so you can click on it, but when you try to reboot, you can press the key combination and then put into the target disk mode. Okay, and after we start, then you can like plug in the external devices like for storage, and then just copy it, and it's okay. And how about the virtual memory? So sometimes they will have swap files under the file virtual memory. So it's under the var VM. We talk about the var VM, and then we can check it. So it's the same. We have the Linux command. So I would like to show you right here. Let me put it. Okay, so we can cd to the var and then VM. Okay, virtual memory, and then we can list. So here's the list. We have the snip image right here, list al. Okay, oh, so we can choose list all those the files are virtual memories. Okay, so which launcher program when, okay. And also we can use the word tool, so we can use it like this. Okay, so but of course we need to like search in the all those like folders so we can like check all the possible help. So maybe we can pass, but right now we don't have any files or expected. So I only have the actually because I'm pretty empty right here, I have nothing can do. Okay, maybe later, but just let you know we have something. Okay, and there are more after we move into um pretty simple. Here's the VM because right now on my VM I don't have so many stuff right here, so it's nothing to search. But it's if you remember in our previous exercise. Okay, so we try to grab, so it's the same. Okay, so we just like create a content. If we do have some files, okay, I can use. And when we move on, okay, so when we move on about this will be some like shell commands we can use if we want to check, right? Okay, for instance, sometimes we need to take a screenshot. Okay, right now when we execute this system, because for sometimes the system it doesn't synchronize or update, have an update time we want to get. So if you pass the date, so it will return it. Oh, okay, so what's the date, week, okay, what's the time? Okay, so maybe there's some like time zone or somehow. Okay, so it depends on you again. And then one more is the this. Okay, if I want to list what's the possible this that exists. So right here, so I have this 0, 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so total. And if you remember, if you look at my hard drive, I only have one, but sometimes they will create like for saving, sometimes for boot, and then for some other storage. Okay, so it will be like this. So here will be the command we can use to list some current device files in use, right? And then if I want to list the partition table for the projective drive, okay, right here they have called the this utility okay partition and list it, but unluckily I cannot say unlucky, but don't refer to this one since the OS already changed and then they already changed it. So we have the new commands. So don't follow this one. So we have called this UT. Okay, so either you can like list all the drive. So you can have this UT list. Okay, so you can see I have two. This 0. Okay, and then I have a GeoID, the group partition, and then for others like maybe Apple APFS. Okay, so right here recovery. So that belongs to this part. And also I have this 3, okay, synchronized, okay, will be right here. If I'm really curious about the 1, okay, and I don't have to get the info, but for extra, I would like to show, okay, okay, so maybe I would like to see this 0, okay, like this. So it can tell you more information about your disk 1, and of course, like we have the this UT, okay, UT, and then we will try to list or maybe specific this right here, DEV, okay, and then I want to see the this 0, then it will list only the this 0. So depends on you if you want to specific look at which this, okay. And so far will be these 3 comments, and then let's like move on. Okay. And format, of course, we can check some like hardware hardware information or the some information, that means the software information of operating system. We have 2 ways, like right here we can pass a command, okay, and get the system profiler, or of course we can go to the about this Mac, and then sometimes you can like get more information, so they can give you more, okay. It can show you, so sometimes the system report and go to it, and then you can check all the like maybe the software, okay, or like some hardware, so they're all included right here. And of course we can try to see if we execute. So there's a system profile, and I would like to, okay, so I will execute the software one first, so it can tell me, okay, so right now is which version, because I just update. Okay, so if you remember really long time ago when I show you the actually in cybersecurity. Okay, in cybersecurity, and I have a program and try to like detect the OS, right? So if you remember, we try to Windows, Linux, and then here's a Darwin. So right here, so if you remember, so it's the kernel version, and then we will see the boot volume and then the mode. Okay, so what's a user, and then do we have a secure virtual memory? So we need to address for the new one because we can encrypt them and secure the virtual memory. So once we enable, also you are harder to discover it. Okay, and also we have a system integrity like protection. Okay, all right here, and the boot time. So how long does it open like this? Okay, and of course we have more after we check the software, then we of course we are interested about the profile of the hardware. Okay, so let me change it. Hardware. Okay, hardware data type. And here will be my hardware information. So it's a MacBook. Okay, so for the model identifier, so this one should be rated as a 16 7. Okay, but for the previous one, like 15, or of course you can check it online. Okay, so you can see the chips. Right now I'm using the M4 Pro. Okay, how many cores? Okay, and then what's the memories, firmware? So all these number. Okay, so they all exist. And then how can we examine like we get more lots of tools we can use like, but they're like less effective in extracting data on the Mac than in Windows. Okay, here's the things, because when they design Windows, we have more effective way. Okay, so different application, but unluckily on Mac, because the structure protection, so it will be kind of like hard. Okay, one technique is to like create a copy of the forensic image. Okay, so then we can mount it as a read-only, so VM. So we can just like try to mount it as a read-only. So at least it's good enough like for our diagnosis. Okay, for our analysis. And for deleting, kind of like last part we talked about like we find some data if we need to delete it. So kind of similar to Windows. So when the file is deleted, the references to the file are gone. Okay, and then the custom may be used and overwritten. Here's the things that what's the possibility is like we just like remove the header. Okay, some of the records they just deleted, but maybe if the memory location, like physically the memory location, that means the storage not yet overwrite, then we are possible to scan it and recover it back. But one thing is that if they are even data we say like overwritten, maybe some data they might exist in some unallocated space. Okay, so if that's why we say the unallocated space and in the index nodes. Okay, and if the files they just move to the trash folder, or then it will be pretty similar to the recycle bin in the Windows. We can just like restore it. Okay, put it back. So if you see the recycle bin right here, trash. Okay, so if you put it right here, you can put it back. So they're not actually, they will still if you know, if you do not like empty your trash, okay, or if you didn't like clean your recycle bin in Windows, they will occupy the space. The memory is still like allocate to it. Okay, so the name is the trash folder. Okay, dot trash folder. So it's a hidden folder on the root directory. Of course, you can access it. You can see right here, and we can use the some two way one, either like we cover the delete file from dot trash. So by like copy or move it to another location. This one is pretty easy, straightforward. Okay, or we can use some like tool to we cover the files. Even after the trash bin has been like, empty, so we can try to do it like Mac undelete, free undelete, or like Mac keeper. They are like possible. We can use it. Okay, and suppose I don't have anything, but I can just execute the command, and then you may just look at it. Okay. No, right. Okay. I like the like choice like trash right here. Of course, nothing. Okay, and sometimes you see the dark table that hidden, and then I want to list everything right here. Okay, but unluckily I don't have. Okay, so I right here. This, yeah, okay. So right here, I don't have actually, I don't have anything in my chat, so I'm no way to show you, okay, the content. But here's one of the comment. You can actually list the content, but you see, because I'm nothing, so I cannot show you. And quickly like go through, because for the Mac OS system, kind of inherited from the Linux system. So most of the command you see before, we can reuse it or like directly use it in our Mac OS. And of course, because the Mac OS have some change, so you see how can we check the hardware. Okay, and then there's some location also, like when we go to VM, try to search for the virtual memory. So there are possible way. Um, when we go through all the like Mac OS and MS-DOS basic information, where's the location? Okay, from the log files you will see, and then some possible like interesting directories we can go in and like dive into and look at it. And some possible techniques we can use, like to check right date, like okay, and then there the system like fund profiler like this. Okay, and the last part is how can we undelete the files. Okay, there's something right here, just and just like move it, because if those like data already are overwritten, and then maybe to the, if those area already like allocate, that means replaced by others file, then you have no way to recover. Okay, so we only talking about those like maybe trash, and then maybe when they completely delete it. Okay, let's say if you try to empty your trash bin, and you click on the empty. Okay, but because we have not yet at that moment, maybe we have not yet deleted anything, then if we try to make a copy. Okay, if you remember, you try to make a copy, and then we try to mount the image as a read only, and then we try to search, okay, what are those like deleted file, then we're still possible to find those like unallocated space with the previous data stored over there. Okay, and so far just a really short, I quickly go through about the Mac OS, and thank you so much. Bye.